Warning, this video will contain spoilers. Viewers' discretion advised.
Between the top like 10 feet.
Welcome everybody to Real Replay Reviews. I'm your host, Yo Al,
I'm your host, Drapes.
and today's review is about the most talked about movie so far, Obsession.
Jeez, what kind of spells you put on her? Nikki? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you!
Obsession. I put a poll on Instagram, and you guys wholeheartedly agree that you wanted a review. So here goes the said review. The movie is a dark humor type of classic. It starts off with the hero buying this toy that gives him one wish. It's called a one wish willow. He uses it to kind of force his best friend or friend to fall in love with him. It's a good story, which I think the underlying lesson is be careful what you wish for. So Drapes, what did you think about it?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. 10 out of 10, 15 out of 10 movie for me.
Yeah, Drapes feels real good about it. In fact, there's a good story. I think. And Drapes, why don't you let us know about the first time you went to go watch this movie?
Yeah, I went to the theaters a couple weeks after it released. People kept telling me, Max, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this. I know you like horror, so I went with a couple friends of mine. You know who you are, and we sat and saw it, and from jaw dropping to eyes widening to Batman meme falling in love with Indy Neverett and Megan Law, roller coaster of like emotions. Like I was sitting on the edge of my seat. Like there were some points where I was like, "Ah, bro, like for real," and then there was other like, "Yeah, she's kind of crazy." But yeah, it was definitely I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Obsession. I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely one of my favorite
What happened that
movies.
same night?
I saw it again. I saw it again that same exact night. Like that movie, man. I don't know. That movie is absolute cinema.
And this is another story reference to replays. The guy liked it so much he went twice to the movie theater. The story involves many characters, but I think the two main characters are Bear, who's played by Michael Johnson, and Nikki, or Freaky Nikki, as she doesn't like to be called, by Indy Navarette. I believe you said it correctly.
Yep, Indy Navarette.
The two are friends. Are shown throughout the film. They're best friends. They hang out together. She kind of gives him some bad news, so he feels like he has to go hang out one good time and try to like profess his love. Um, it kind of, in my opinion, is a slow build. It is a slow build. Um, about 20 minutes, showing you a little bit of character progression, showing you the shyness of Bear, the character, and Nikki's outgoing personality. I believe you can catch on the inner relationships in the group, which is something I think Bear didn't pick up on, which makes the story even worse as it plays out. And I think I like that a lot about that. It the build. When I say slow, I don't mean it bad. I just meant like there was a progress to it. Like they gave us a little information before they hooked us in with the horror part. I think they hit it there. There's some places where it starts off slow, and I can see myself fast forwarding. This is one of those movies where I think I like the pace of it, so I won't fast forward when I decide to own this copy. What did you think about the pace?
I didn't have a problem with the pace. I think it was just the right amount of we're gonna tell a story, but keep you constantly wanting more. Like I didn't think they dragged it. I didn't think it was squared off on certain parts where you're just like, okay, like we get it. Like I felt like they kept the story going with adding little bits of things here and there to make you go, oh, what is happening? So I thought the pace was perfect.
With that said about the pace, when it goes crazy,
Yeah, when it hits the
it,
fan,
it goes crazy. It's like a light switch. The patience builds it, and then when it builds it,
they don't
it's
let off.
on,
They do not let off.
and the craziness does not stop the rest of the film, which had me the whole time. There were parts that kind of creepy. There were parts that were scary. Parts made me laugh. I'm not sure if that was the intent. Um, so again, like yes, it started off slow, but once it picked up, it was good. The story, which basically was Bear, he failed, of course, to tell her how he felt, and right when she's going back into her home, he kind of used the toy. The gift was for her initially. He wanted her to use it. He didn't think it worked. So when she decided to go back into the house, and he thought, okay, this was it. I blew it. He kind of like panicked and then used the toy. Won't tell you how he uses it, and makes the wish that he wishes Nikki falls in love with him forever, and instantaneous. Look crazy. How do you think about that scene? Like as soon as it happened, how Nikki reacted.
I think Bear should have passed me the controller. He didn't know what to do. I think if I like I've dealt with crazy, but this time kind of crazy. Like I was telling my uncle while we were watching this, like dealing with a Latina, like a little
Ooh.
Spanish shorty. I think to be honest, and that's where it got me. Like
Ladies,
not
I got
even
your back. He's talking out the side of his neck. I do not agree with his opinion. This is not a real play majority opinion. This is just his.
love me and Nikki. I'm just saying it now. I think to be honest, like that's when it caught me. Like as soon as he snapped it, it didn't even take less than 10 seconds for him to look, and she came back out already standing there looking at him. Like and right there, you knew like, oh shit, like something's
Yeah,
wrong.
it was the first oh shit moment. Like seeing her in the silhouette. They use a lot of silhouette and
yes,
dark moments where you couldn't see the face, which to me
just her eyes.
heightened the fear factor.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty amazing to see that. And once the cycle starts, it doesn't. Like it just builds. Oh, I did this. But guess what? I'm gonna do this. Oh, you thought that was crazy? Oh, I'm gonna do this. And it's basically for some of you guys out there, if you've been in a bad relationship, definitely comment below. And you'll see the progression of every horror story or water cooler talk when we talk about our exes. It's showcased in this movie.
To a certain extent, I feel like there's different kinds of crazy when it comes to that. But Nikki, I don't know, Bear should have
There's only one crazy, and it was shown in this movie. And Nikki
debatable.
embolized it. She was the definition. Look it up, and her face is squarely in there. So we both enjoyed it. I watched him a little bit. Yeah, I do stalking type stuff when we're watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched his reaction, even though he's watching it for the third, fourth time, which I knew, he was still reacting the same.
I feel like I was smiling.
And he was kind of like a proud father watching because he talked about it the whole week. I enjoyed it. So if I had to pick the best scene,
mm-hmm. What would be your favorite scene?
It had to be when Sarah came to visit Bear in the
in the car when Bear went to go see
and
Sarah.
they're having the time of their life, and all of a sudden, on the distance on your left side, you see a battering ram coming to the window, and I didn't expect that. And then what followed, I didn't expect. And then what ensued after that, I didn't expect. That whole scene gets 5 reels, just that scene alone. And that is one of the best scenes I've seen in new wave horror or real horror, as they like, or woke horror, I like to see it. Because again, the obsession is something that can happen in real life. It can happen to any one of us. We can smile at the wrong person, laugh at the wrong person's joke, entice the wrong person's friendliness, and all of a sudden you got yourself a full-blown stalker who's obsessed.
Yeah,
so that's the part about this movie that I really relate to. I'm like, man, I can see a lot of stuff happening in real life, not to the degree, or maybe there's probably some articles out there that are out there, but yeah, I can see it happening. And to me, that was the best scene. It was like compounded because it was like an algebraic expression. It was A plus B equals C. So the A was the battering ram, the B was what happened after, and then the C was to cap off that final scene, like it was wonderful. It was one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time. So, what do you think was the best for you?
I would say probably the bedroom scene. Like the second night,
There were
not
many.
not the first night he slept with, the second night where he wakes up at 3:42. If I'm correct, he wakes up at 3:42 in the morning, and Nikki's gone, and he's scanning the room, and he's asking for Nikki, and she's just standing
Yeah.
there in the corner. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of this movie, it just keeps setting the bar higher and higher for what's to come next. But I feel like that was the first indicator of, yeah, we're just getting started. Like her whispering to him while she's talking, and then her screaming, and then the little sidewalk that she did with the flowers.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of creep factors. We did say spoilers,
Mm-hmm.
so if you guys intend to watch this movie, it's probably too late by now.
I have a spoiler
But those are
warning at
not.
the
But
beginning.
those are not the best and only scenes.
Mm-hmm.
The ending was, to wrap it up. It was dope.
Yeah,
It went with the movie. It followed the story. It had a twist,
I think it was perfect.
which is
It was
something you'll
perfect.
enjoy at the end. All right. So before we rate this, because I definitely think it's one of the best ratings I'm gonna give. You have anything else to say there, Drakes?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Curry Baker and Cooper Tomlinson. They started with a $750,000 budget from Bloomhouse, if I'm correct, before Sunset event for this movie, and they just surpassed 300 million in box
Nice.
office.
Congratulations. Always good to hear that. It ain't always about who you hire, it's how you present the product.
Mm-hmm.
Without further ado, the rating. My reels, 4.5. It's a great movie, start to finish. Again, I probably could have given it 5 reels, except for, to me, I'm not too interested in a slow build. But it wasn't a slow build that killed the movie. It was very informative, and it teased a lot of the relationships. So maybe you'll think it's worth it. But me personally, 4.5 reels. Definitely gonna add it to my movie collection. What about you, Drapes?
I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. So if
Wow.
I could, I would have gave it even a 6 out of 5.
You got to. You went
You
to see
know,
it 7 times. Was this the 12th?
Probably. I recommend everybody this movie. Like even our viewers, I recommend watching this. I definitely, I don't know, like just from start to finish, I just fell in love with the film. So I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5
And
reels.
I agree. So we gave 4.5. You gave 5. Please watch it and let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching Real Replays. Remember, if you gotta think, don't shit think.